Hi guys, welcome to the very first video of Young, Wild and Freed, the corner of the internet where we celebrate middle grade, teen and young adult horror. Now, Summerween is here, or maybe it has already passed, but for a lifelong horror fan like me, Halloween, Summerween, horror is just part of our everyday activity, so it doesn't really matter what the season or the celebration is. But I have been seeing this term floating around on the internet, and I was thinking to myself, what does this actually mean? What is Summerween? Now, I've come to find out that it actually originated on a show called Gravity Falls, which is a Disney Channel show, and it's an animated, cozy, gateway kids horror show. So in preparation for this video, I especially kind of looked at the title episode of Summerween, and I must say I really liked the episode, and it definitely gave me that same vibes that you would usually refer to, or not refer to, but you would think of when you think of Courage the Cowardly Dog, Scooby-Doo, Our Real Monsters, Archie's Weird Mysteries, you know, those kind of cozy kids horror shows. And it really put me in this mood of wanting to kind of like delve into Summerween and kind of make it a whole vibe. And I am currently on vacation. I am a teacher, so I get about 2 months summer vacation. So I have plenty of time on my hands. And not only am I always looking for ways to incorporate horror into my life, I kind of felt like this was a perfect opportunity to really like curate a list of summer horror. Now, I have quite the personal collection of books and a couple of movies and some music and games as well. So I thought that would be a nice well-rounded way for me to experience summer. But not only is this curated list for me, it also can serve as some suggestions for you and maybe something that you can include within your summer horror experience. Again, if I'm celebrating Summerween and you are celebrating Summerween, then I guess we can just be both Summerweenies, okay? Silly joke. But yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about today are books. Now, I love books. I've been reading books since I was a young child. I always went to the library and took out so many of these vintage, or at least now what we consider vintage, 90s and early 2000s horror books, and so I decided to pick out a few within my collection. So the first three that I'm definitely gonna read this summer are is Summer of Fear by Lois Duncan, R.L. Stine's Fear Street Party Summer, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, How I Survived My Summer Vacation. Now, I'm just going to go a little bit into why I chose these. Now, the first one that I chose is Lois Duncan's Summer of Fear. Now, I haven't actually read too much of Lois Duncan, but I have read the one that is more famous, the summer book that is more famous, which is, of course, I have it over here, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, if you didn't know, that movie is based on a book, and I really actually enjoyed this book a lot. I found that I was quite impressed with her writing style. I think that was the one thing that I really found to be the standout, is her writing. I think the way that she wrote characters and the way that she gave them like emotional and relational nuance was kind of very interesting for something that is so thin and not really it's not really a big book. So the page, not page length, but the amount of pages are quite small. So for her to pack in so much detail and at least description and, like I said, character nuance, it made me really excited to pick up this book. Now, one thing I really love about the 90s vintage teen horror, pulp horror era is that the covers always were so enticing. And you can see this one has a picture, I think, of a skull, or a picture being developed with a skull. And yeah, it's just something that makes me always intrigued, like what is this book about if this is the image? But Summer of Fear at the back of the book reads, why is Rachel the only one to sense the evil that surrounds Julia? From the moment Rachel's cousin Julia arrives that summer, she seems to seep into Rachel's life like a poison. Everyone else is enchanted by her, including Rachel's boyfriend. But what does Julia really want? Well, I want to find out what Julia really wants. And I've also come to find that this book, I think, actually was adapted into a TV movie or something, I think by Wes Craven. So if he's attached to something that Lois Duncan is attached to, yeah, I gotta pick it up. I gotta see what this book is about. So this is definitely going on the list. The next one that I said I'm going to read is Party Summer. You can see the cover over here. Very, very cool, creepy, very 90s. And this is a super chiller Fear Street book. I've only read one other super chiller before, and that is Broken Hearts, and that's a good Valentine's Day read. But yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for? There's two girls looking at some shadow looming over them, and they look scared. So I thought, again, Party Summer, trying to fit within the summer theme. So yeah. Now the next and last book that I think I definitely want to finish this summer vacation is this book. It's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer media tie-in. It is titled How I Survived My Summer Vacation, Volume 1. So I guess there's a Volume 2, perhaps. Now nothing screams more summer than How I Survived My Summer Vacation. And also, I mean, Buffy, her surname is Summer. She's Buffy Summer, so it's kind of like a double whammy for for one book. Yeah, so I have not read too many, or if any actually, to be honest. Maybe when I was younger, I think. But I haven't read too many Buffy media tie-ins. I actually own quite a few. This whole shelf over here is like strictly dedicated to Buffy tie-ins, so I definitely have to read this, and I think this is actually more of a motivational book and not in the sense that this book is a motivational book like self-help, but more like in the sense that I'm using this book as motivation to actually like get me back into the show. I think I'm now, at this current age, I'm 33, and I haven't rewatched the Buffy season in its entirety. No, not season, the Buffy show in its entirety. I think there are 7 seasons, I believe. So I might even pick up season 1 and start when I've read this, or after I've read this, or even before. I'm not sure, but I definitely want to incorporate a little bit more Buffy summers into my summer. And hopefully I can survive my own summer vacation, because guys, it is hot. It is hot, and yeah, the sun is slaying me. Okay. So with the books that I have, again, it is Lois Duncan's Summer of Fear, Fear Street, Party Summer, and then also we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, How I Survived My Summer Vacation. Now, just by the off chance that you guys have already seen these, I do have some other suggestions in case you guys have read this. I'm not sure, but again, I would definitely recommend reading I Know What You Did Last Summer. I mean, it's pretty much a staple for any horror fan, so if you've seen the movie, you might want to pick up the book. I will say that the book is different to the film in certain aspects, so don't expect the film to be in the book, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, it wasn't a direct adaptation, more so a loose one. But we also have, of course, another vintage horror, The Surfer, by Point Horror. This is written by Linda Cargill, and she says, "Surf's up, you're dead." And then we also have an R.L. Stine book, of course, why not? 90s, early 2000s, millennial horror, you know, cornerstone. So R.L. Stine Beach Party, and this one says, some come to party, some come to die. Ooh. It's a very nice cover, actually. I really like this. I like how vibrant it is. I like how the back, it says, "Life's a beach." Oh. Why did I say it like that? Life's a beach until you die. Interesting. I think I actually read this book. I'm not sure. But these are my other suggestions for you. Okay, so now that we've done books, I think it's time to go on to movies. Now, what better way than to celebrate Summerween and get into the summer vibes than go to summer camp? And of course, there's only one that reigns supreme among them all, and that is, of course, Friday the 13th. Now, I have the 12 movie Blu-ray collection over here, and I've actually gotten pretty far. Recently, well, when I say recently, it was like a couple months ago, I actually started to watch each one every night. And I think I got up until Jason Takes Manhattan. So I think I want to complete the series. Well, not the series, I guess, the franchise. just in time, actually, speaking of the series, just in time for the new Crystal Lake series. We just recently dropped a trailer and I'm very excited about that. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like, you know, Pamela, even though she's not really a fleshed out character within the first film, I think that there is some room for her to be explored, and I'm really excited to explore that. But I definitely am going to be using my time in summer to slash away at some of these entries and yeah, to complete the series. But I will say that after a while they do start to blur into one, and I kind of forget which one is which one and which final girl is in which installment, and they don't really improve over time. Although I will say I have seen Jason X before, of course, and that one I really like actually, so I'm quite excited to go back to that one. But yeah, why not do Friday the 13th for a summer slasher? So the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is, of course, something that we all probably associate with summer, which is aquatic horror, and I have the Jaws Ultimate Collection. I just remember when I was younger how we used to like imitate the score of Jaws. I actually have it over here if you can see, but we used to imitate this imitate the score whenever my cousins, we were swimming, to pretend that there was a shark. And I'm actually somebody who grew up in Cape Town, South Africa, and I lived around 10 minutes away from the ocean, so I'm pretty used to being at the ocean and swimming in the ocean. But I remember when I caught wind of this, at least I would say the soundtrack, or at least the score, I remember it like really terrified us to like go into the ocean and swim. So I definitely want to see how this film, not only this film, actually this franchise, there's quite a few, there's 4 in this in this franchise, so I definitely want to see what this is about. I've seen the first one, of course, it's a staple in horror, but I don't think I've seen 2, 3 or 4. Jaws the Revenge. I don't think that's gonna be pretty good, but okay. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to looking at these and checking them out. So that will be for the movies. So again, so we're doing Friday the 13th and we're also doing Jaws. Now, if you are in a summer slasher mood, of course, you can check out Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Fear Street 1978, Summer of '84. There's so many different series and franchises that scream summer. The Scream Summer Camp, the Scream Summer Slashers, the Sleepaway Camp series. So yeah, it's just so many for you to choose from. So anything that you feel you want to add into your curated list, go ahead, or if you have any more suggestions, put them in the comments below. Okay, so up next, not only do I want to get into film and books, but I kind of also want to incorporate some music into my summer. I mean, we all need a good playlist, or we all need a good couple of songs, either if we're working out or laying on the beach or just in our own free time, looking to explore some new sounds. And something that I actually never really got into when I was younger were soundtracks. And I just so happen to have the I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer CDs. So you can see them over here. Yeah, I have never, like I said, really gotten into soundtracks. Those weren't something I really invested my time or money into. But recently, with the physical media boom, I kind of decided, like, let's start there. Let's start collecting some CDs. Let's start collecting some soundtracks, particularly horror soundtracks. And I'm quite interested to listen to these bands. I'm not somebody who is actually familiar with any of these. I would assume that these are more rock adjacent, or at least these are more within the category of rock or the genre of rock. And you know, I pride myself in like trying to explore different genres and trying to know different kind of sounds and, you know, explore different music. So I think this would be like a good opportunity for me to do that. So yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer, as well as I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. If you guys like these soundtracks, you guys should let me know if there's anything that I should maybe like check out and see, or if there's any other soundtracks that maybe are even cooler than these two. But I definitely am gonna add these to my Summerween vacation playlist. Now, last but not least, we also kind of need to play and unwind with some games. So I have a game over here called the Quarry. Actually, before this video, it was still wrapped in plastic, so that just shows that I have not paid attention to this at all. But I bought this game because this, of course, gave me very Friday the 13th vibes, and I've never seen anybody, I mean, I've seen people play this online, but I haven't seen anybody talk too much about it, at least within my immediate circle. So when I picked this up, I was really curious to see like what this book is about, and what this game is about. And yeah, okay, let me just read it. It says, when the sun goes down on the last night of summer camp, 9 teenage counselors are plunged into an unpredictable night of horror. The only thing worse than the blood-drenched locals and creatures hunting them are the unimaginable choices you must make to help them survive. Ooh, okay, so I feel like this is a very story-heavy game. I think that's quite immersive, probably. So yeah, I'm really excited to pick this one up. I'm not somebody actually who plays too many games. My PS5 is kind of collecting dust, and so I felt like this would be the perfect time to really get back into gaming. I also know that PS5 recently, or not PS5, but Sony recently said that they would stop like selling physical media, I think within the next 2 years. So I feel like having kind of these discs instead of digital discs, well, you can't have a digital disc, but I think having these discs kind of like preserve physical media even more. So yeah, I'm really excited to play this one, and yeah, see what this is about. But another thing that I also actually am really interested in playing is The Sims. Speaking of summer, recently Steam had a summer sale, and I ended up buying The Sims, Paralyzed, a lot of life simulation games. And one thing I always really liked about The Sims, at least back when I played it, definitely within The Sims 2, Sims 3 era, were all the like supernatural, occulty type of things. And I think that although isn't necessarily horror, I feel like it does kind of lend itself to at least cozy ideas of horror. So I definitely want to explore that game again, and then also maybe even develop like some kind of like custom world, custom neighborhood that is inspired by horror. Especially, of course, like I said, this is a celebration of middle grade, teen, young adult horror. So I think kind of curating something and making something that speaks to those specific subgenres within the realm of The Sims could be a cool, interesting idea. But it's something I have to kind of workshop, and so I'll see how that goes and how that plays out. So guys, that is the end of our video, and yes, I say our because hopefully you'll be there for the next one, and hopefully you will be part of this new community that I'm trying to build. I really do thank you guys for your time, and I appreciate you guys watching. This is video number 1, so it is definitely humble beginnings. It's definitely rough starts, but hey, again, we just start and we go from there. I appreciate everybody's time, and I hope that you guys have an awesome Summerween. Bye!